The people I want to recognize and give a shout out to. First of all, one of our sponsors, she's here today, and she's a council member representing the 3rd Councilmanic District, Danielle Glaros. She rose to the occasion immediately. We have several other people here too, and some of you are going to hear from, but we also have Malcolm Augustine, from WMATA board member. Okay, I've been here. So we got to show him some love, okay? Because he's got some challenges right now. Matt Nicey, Conference and Visitors Bureau. Okay. Rhonda Dallas, Executive Director, Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council. Margaret Kent, Leadership Prince George's Incorporated and the Economic Development Corporation, along with Larry Hentz, Economic Development Corporation. From the beautiful city of New Carrollton, we have Mayor Andrew Hanko. We have City Council member Dwayne Rosenberg. We have New Carrollton Economic Development, Susan Hartman. Assistant City Administrative Officer, Miranda Bratz. We have a number of people representing the county executive, and you're going to hear from him soon as well. But we have to give a special shout out to Lavinia Baxter. She is a special assistant to the Deputy Mayor of Economic Development, and she worked very hard. She spearheaded all the coordination among the entities and worked with Metro to coordinate placement and signages. I'm coming to her. I'm not blind. I'm not blind. I know when someone has that saunter and comes in here. So from the Department of Parks and Recreation, we have Director Ronnie Gathers. We have Deputy Directors Darren Conforti, Deputy Director for Administration and Development. Rosalind Johnson, Deputy Director of Facilities Operations. Debbie Tyner, Deputy Director of Area Operations. From the Chairman's Office, we have Andrea Davey, Public Affairs and Marketing Officer. She does a fantastic job. She never gets her props the way she should. Give her a round of applause, okay? From the Department of Parks and Recreation, we also have Darlene Watkins, Division Chief, Arts and Cultural Heritage Division. We have Anita Pessis, Division Chief, Public Affairs and Marketing. Kyle Lowe, Acting Division Chief, Natural and Historical Resources Division. Joe O'Neill, Division Chief, Maintenance and Development. Emily Rose, Division Chief, Sports, Health and Wellness Division. Chris Robinson, Acting Division Chief, Northern Area Operations. I know you're not being shy, Chris. What's up with that, okay? Lynn Butler, Acting Program Superintendent, Northern Area Operations. Gerald Oden, Assistant Chief, Maintenance and Development. Kelly Beavers, Division Chief, Southern Area Operations. Now, there are a number of people who work particularly hard on bringing this facility to fruition. I mean, making it very, very special, even starting with the landscaping out here. Oh, I missed Anthony Nolan, okay? So we also have with us Anthony Nolan from the Department of Parks and Recreation as well. He's the Division Chief of Special Programs Division. So, we also have the people who worked very, very hard to bring this to fruition. We have Todd Ensmeyer from the legal department, who worked really hard in expediting all these contracts. Brittany Lassiter, Ray Palfrey, the Arts and Cultural Heritage Division, Darlene Watkins, Maintenance and Development, Joe O'Neill, the Exhibit Shop for doing a fantastic job, Park Planning and Development, Larry Quark, Chief, ITC Division, Lynn Pettiford, Public Affairs and Marketing, Park Police, and frankly, there is absolutely no division that did not touch this facility. So we want to give a shout out to everyone. Now, George Coe couldn't be here today, but he was one of the founding members of Artomatic, and he was extremely helpful and instrumental in guiding us through the Artomatic site selection process. We visited all over the county to find the optimum space, and guess what? It was property owned by the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. So we want to give a shout out to George Coe in absentia. So we have a number of other people that I want to introduce, but I'm going to go, our county executive was a little bit delayed, so I do have someone here who I'd love to introduce. I saw her walk up, and she is so special to Prince George's County. She's homegrown in Prince George's County. Her family was entrenched in Prince George's County, her parents. And she represents this Councilmatic district, and she too was instrumental in bringing Artomatic here to Prince George's County. She is a lifetime supporter of the services and programs that better the quality of life in Prince George's County. So we are going to bring Council Member Andrea Harrison up to the podium. Show us some love.
What a wonderful, beautiful, glorious morning to be here for such a wonderful occasion. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Aren't you all happy to be out here this morning? Yes. You could be laying in your beds. You could be in your offices. You could be anywhere else except for you're here today, outside right now, soaking up some vitamin D, getting your bones and your body strong, etc., etc. But nonetheless, I welcome you all, first of all, to District 5 and also to this wonderful, wonderful venue that we have right here in Prince George's County. You know, we have a lot of emphasis, particularly on our young people, for science, technology, engineering, and math, and all of those things are wonderful. But what would our children be, what would our world be if we didn't have art? Right? And we have the opportunity right here in Prince George's County, amongst our own, sponsored by the world-renowned only organization that has won 6 gold medals for its work in the arts and in parks and planning. The Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. Did you tell them that earlier?
Tell what?
This is the only organization in the entire world who has won 6 gold medals for parks and recreation. We won 6, and we broke our own record of 5. So I will tell you, I think that this organization knows what it's doing, right? Yes. Okay, come on, y'all. Right? They obviously know what they're doing, and they were smart enough to take this building and, I would say, repurpose, for lack of a better word, to bring arts right here into our community in this manner. So to the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, under the auspices of Elizabeth Betty Hewlett and Ronnie Gathers, I thank you so much for your vision for the entire staff of the entire commission all across Prince George's County. Thank you for bringing us the arts. Thank you for bringing us recreation. Thank you for bringing us parks. Thank you for all that you do.
Councilmember Harrison, she got us fired up too. We thank you for all that you do. So, our very next speaker is also no stranger to the arts community in the county and the surrounding area. She represents District 3 on the Prince George's County Council, which contains the Gateway Arts District. And she, as I said earlier, is a sponsor of Artomatic 2015. She, too, is a big supporter of the arts. And we want to bring her to the podium and welcome her, Danielle Zoros.
So a tough group of ladies to follow, and just to clarify, I would love to represent the Gateway Arts District, but that is Denny Taveras. I travel that arts district all the time and shop on it, but it is her district. Councilwoman Harrison and I, we are just so proud because we get to represent together between the two of us New Carrollton Metro, and it is a phenomenal possibility of what we see going on here. The council is very committed to seeing redevelopment and economic here, and we're just so happy that Parks and Recs is frankly leading the way. With this initiative over the next 6 weeks, we're going to see 70,000 plus, right? Because we heard that Virginia had 70,000. We're going to deliver more than that, right, Betty? And so we're ecstatic because this is going to put New Carrollton Metro on the map. And it's going to deliver the possibilities of what we see and the vision we see popping out of the ground as new projects come up north of the metro station, where Berman Enterprises is breaking ground on new market rate housing, where Urban Atlantic is going to break housing in a year or so on new market rate housing on this side of the metro station. So I really want to thank the entire Parks and Recreation team for really leading the way and for all the work you guys have put into this building this art exhibit. I had a chance to take a sneak peek, and it is pretty phenomenal in there. I feel like I might need to leave some cookie crumbs because there's some cubbies in there, and you sort of get a little lost because there's so much to see. And there is over 500 visual artists in there. And over the 6 weeks, we will see close to 1,000 artists in this space, which is absolutely remarkable. Never been done anything like this in Prince George's County. So I'm a proud sponsor, just like Councilwoman Harrison is, and I'm so excited to be here today on behalf of my communities and behalf of the council. So thank you so much. And if you guys could help us all out in really pumping up the the media on this today, a lot of social media, take a photo of your favorite piece inside, your favorite several pieces, put them out on Twitter, put them out on Facebook, and help us really create momentum so we can really draw close to 100,000 people in here, because I know we can do that over 6 weeks.
Yes, we can.
So thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Glaros. She is so right. She issued a challenge, right? If we had 70 or 75,000 folks come to Virginia, then that means we need at least 80,000 in Prince George's County. That's what I'm talking about. This is another gem for Prince George's County. And I was remiss in not mentioning a few other people. I'd mentioned Ray Palfrey, but he was the one who's finally selected this building. And then Alex Simpson and Phil Davis, who introduced Artomatic to the commission and introduced us. So I wanted to give that a shout out to them too. And there's Alex. Ray Palfrey was recognized earlier. I had also recognized Roz earlier and told you how hard she worked on this too, visiting so many sites. And we were also very committed, as was Ronnie, and we were also very, very committed. Danielle mentioned one other thing about the new Carrollton Metro. I mentioned that this is free. This is free for everyone to come, and it enhances the visibility of our local artists. So that's very important, and it raises their importance and significance to the community. So again, tell everybody that you know. But not only is this free, but there will be free shuttles from the new Carrollton Metro to bring people here. So we are still promoting transit-oriented development and use of our transit. You hear that, Malcolm? Yes. So our first speaker, our very next speaker, is the champion of all things Prince George's. He, aside from being a fabulous county executive, and he has truly propelled this county to great heights. He has promoted economic development. He is passionate about the arts. He is passionate about education. He is passionate about transit-oriented development, T&I, reducing crime. He's been so successful, and he's taken economic development to great new heights. He is wonderful, and it just doesn't get any better than this. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our very own county executive, Rashawn Baker. And while I have him here, you can say happy belated birthday, county executive.
Thank you, Betty. We tried to get the person who's the calmest and lowest key to do this. We didn't really want to amp you up, because, in the arts, we like to take it nice and smooth. But we do. Can we give Betty a round of applause? Don't we just love her? I was teasing Councilmember Harrison, I think, when she said all things Prince George's County. That's you. Isn't she the best? Can we give her a round of applause? And I don't know, I think Danielle had to go, but if we can give her a round of applause. And, while we're doing it, one of my favorite mayors, a guy who made sure that, that I was taken care of and knew what I was doing when I first came into public office as a delegate. And that is my mayor from New Carrollton, Andy Hanko. Can we give him? I have to say, in all honesty and fairness, I have no clue what this is. Yes, I did. No clue. Because what happens is, if you know me, and first of all, if you've known me for 2 seconds, I talk about my wife and I talk about my children. And if you mention art, which I admit to everyone, I have 2 artists, in our family. I am for people buying art. Lots of buying of art. I'm people for promoting the arts. Because I want them to do very well, so they will leave Daddy's home. No, in all seriousness, my son who's over here is about to cringe. So I'm not going to embarrass him, but this is important to us. It does, as Betty said, 2 things, and I'll step away, and that is, not only promotes the arts in Prince George's County and exposing these artists, local artists, to you, but it also combines economic development. The thing that we've learned throughout, my time as county executive and really my time in public service is that it's really about STEAM. It's not just science and math, it's art. And an overused quote that I said, and I always attribute it to when we first went up to our son's school in Cooper Union. And I think it speaks to this, Malcolm. It speaks to what we're trying to do. Cooper Union had this saying, it's the one thing I remember. Great cities or great counties have great art, great engineering, and great architecture. Great counties, New Carrollton, the redevelopment, all of it. It is not just bringing the buildings here, it's bringing the artists and the culture here. That's what this is about. It's putting Prince George's County on the map. And that's why we're here to celebrate this. That's why we want as many people to come here to see this and to see this great county, to see this great city, and to know that we've combined them all together. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. County Executive. You're going to be awed when you go inside. It's just amazing, all the different mediums and genres. So, thank you for that introduction, because our very next speaker represents the city of New Carrollton. He is the mayor of New Carrollton, and he is our host city for Artomatic, and we are so glad to have him here. He's been a champion as well. Good to see you.
Betty is a very hard person to follow, but on behalf of the City Council of New Carrollton and myself, I welcome all of you this morning. I'm excited. I'm not going to speak very long because I want to get inside and see just what this is. I'm like the county exec. I don't know what's going on, but I want to go and see. So thank you very much for coming, and please make sure everybody knows about what we have in New Carrollton. Thank you very much.
We can't wait for you. Thank you very much, Mayor. We can't wait for you all to get inside and just see what it's all about. Our final speaker this morning represents the main partner in the event that we opened today, and that is the Artomatic organization. It is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to create a sense of place, a community, build an audience for art, expand economic development by transforming available space into a playground for artistic expression. And since 1999, Artomatic has grown into a regular art scene staple and a highly anticipated occurrence in the DMV. So we're delighted to have the president of Artomatic Board of Directors here this morning. Her name is Micheline Kirsch, and I told you, we got them from Virginia. They are now in Prince George's County. So let's show her Artomatic a Prince George's County welcome. Let's show her how grateful we are to have Artomatic here in Prince George's County.
I am feeling the love this morning. Now, for those of you who have grown up in this area, you know people do not cross the river. You talk to people in Virginia, and they don't go up to Maryland. You talk to Maryland, and they're like, Virginia, you mean like when the out-of-towners are here, I go into the district, I wind up on a bridge, and I can never get back. And somehow, there was a small vanguard here in Prince George's County that said, we don't really know what an Artomatic is, but we've heard about it. We want to go check it out. And they crossed the river, and they went to Crystal City, and they said, we have to bring that home to Prince George's County. And somehow, And you know, when you've seen the enthusiasm of these folks, the determination that they have. When they want to get something done, they get something done, right? And so bringing 80,000 people, I have no doubt that if this same determination goes to bringing out the crowds and inviting them to Artomatic, it will be done.
Absolutely.
We have been on a very short time frame to get this thing launched, and it's taken a village to do it. And I've never been part of the barn raising, but I think if I had been, it would look a whole lot like this. It's, you know, people with different skill sets, different interests, all coming together, and that is what we are about. It's about building community, and I've certainly sensed a rich sense of community here, very strong support of the arts. I can tell you at the Crystal City, there was all the Prince George's County artists were identified. And then there was a reception for the artists. And I had some senior individuals in the arts come up to me afterwards or during times and say things like, how come Prince George's County did that? How come their artists got a reception? I said, you could have done that. They did that on their own. I didn't do that for them. And so for those of you who aren't sure what an Artomatic is, I think after you step inside, you're going to come out and you're going to say, I'm still not sure what it is. And it really is, it's the community, and every time it's a different party, and you're not sure who's going to come or what they're going to bring, but it's always fabulous. And thank you very much for hosting us here today. I'm not good with the thank yous. I'll just say that there are folks here who have been in Artomatics since their beginning, and that would be Veronica, who's a past president of Artomatic, and she's a Prince George's County artist as well now. So she's certainly glad to see it brought here. And then we have folks who are working the event, Weeping, who doesn't stand still. And I'm sure has met most of you or asked you to do something or bring something to the table, or she's not shy. And then we have a couple of other folks helping out on the event. Lillian is here, Lillian Blum, Patrick. Is probably running around making sure that the house is ready for the party. And then we have some board members who are here, artists. So it's wonderful to see. We have Claire here, and Claire is a board member, and board members on Artomatic work. So it's a little bit what I'm seeing in Prince George's County. There aren't a lot of people who are, you know, sitting around. If they stand for too long, they have a job. And so I am very happy to be here. I'm looking forward to seeing the excitement, seeing the performers. For those of you who are artists, thank you for participating. Those who have art that you've hidden in your basement or garage and you've been working on it for a year, bring it on out here. Put it on a wall, we'll take it. It's everything from new artists who are in art school finding their way to established artists who like to learn and share with one another. It is that sense of community and growth, and I welcome you all, and we're thrilled to be here, so thank you. And with that, I'm not going to get in the way of the crowds when they rush the doors.
So thank you, Micheline. And thank you, Weeping, too. You worked really, really hard, so we really appreciate that. Yes, let's give her a hearty round of applause. She was Artomatic site manager as well. So now, before we go in there to view the hand-blown glass, stained glass, and all the various mediums of art, Mr. County Executive, I said people can go in there and buy tie-dyed ties to enhance your wardrobe. So we get ready to do so many different things, but first we have a ribbon cutting, and then we have refreshments, and then of course you have the opportunity to view the art and meet the local artists. So come on down.